So 26 minus 2 is 24 by 4. This goes to 1. This is actually, this A is because of the normal ordering constant. You see, I'm just trying to conclude, right? Okay. So this A is actually the normal ordering constant. So if you have A into A dagger, you want to put A dagger to the left and A to the right. And in the process, you pick up some constants, normal ordering constant, and you do it n number of times, okay? Because the sum is from minus infinity up to minus 1 and from 1 to plus infinity. So you pick up twice here. And so this actually, so the ground state actually for the open string as well as for the closed string turns out to be that one. Negative m square. And if you obtain the first excited state, so in the open string theory, the first excited state is something like or they carry some momentum. So this is analogous to the photon. So this is a vector particle with d minus 2 transverse components. And if you consider the closed string theory, first ground state is again a tachyon, but first excited state is something like so this could be split into three parts: symmetric, antisymmetric, and trace part. Trace part corresponds to the dilaton, antisymmetric part corresponds to the two-form gauge field, antisymmetric, and the symmetric part corresponds to the graviton. So I'm almost close to the conclusion, because I thought that this would be not only the need for a quantum theory of gravity. Here you get it automatically, the graviton as the first excited state of the closed string theory, which is something that would make people happy. And but you can generate the whole set of mass spectrum of the theory. If you generalize the action, you also include the fermionic part into the action. That would be supersymmetric string theory or superstring theory. And then you would also have in the mass spectrum some fermions in the so-called Raymond sector. But of course, that is the d equal to 10 dimensions, and the equation L0 equal to 0 actually is a Dirac equation, generalized Dirac equation in 10 dimensions. And the mass spectrums in the NS sector, the mass spectrum is bosons, space-time bosons, but in the Raymond sector, the mass spectrum is space-time fermions. So here, gravity is already built into the theory. And I think this is I could demonstrate in the in this given time limit the main key features of the string theory. So string theory could not be the ultimate theory, but this could be considered one of the candidate theories towards the quantum theory of gravity. With this, let me conclude my talk. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you all very, very much.
Some questions. The string theory, they have been developed with interactions. What are now the status? What is the status of the string theory presently?
I would not.
What is the status of string theory presently with respect to the calculations around black holes?
Yes. So actually, the key role is string theory has been very, very successful in explaining the thermodynamics of black hole thermodynamics, black hole entropy, and so on. And in particular, this information loss, paradox of information loss in black holes. Like black holes are also not eternal; they eventually decay away. And the point was, which made Hawking worried, was that if it decays, then the information that as to what made once upon a time a black hole might get lost, and then this would clash with the unitarity of quantum mechanics. So that was the reason that some decades ago, Mr. Hawking also suggested that perhaps we need to modify our quantum laws to take into account these things. So I think on this direction, some colleagues have done very interesting work from Ohio State University. One of them is Samir Mathur. You met him at the Delhi conference. You heard in the very first day there was a talk by Samir Mathur from Ohio. He lean and thin fellow who presented something on these black holes and string theory. So a lot of credit goes to him for resolving this information paradox in black holes. And in the current status, as you are saying, actually now currently the string theory people are concentrating on getting the mass spectrum of the theory in such a manner or so that it could be contrasted with the observable physics or low energy physics, because people are impatient to know what happened. Can you get a photon out in a mass spectrum? But that looks now as a toy example or elementary example. But the point is you have whole lot of physics following from the standard model. So how far so actually now is the time for so-called phenomenology of string theory, like we do phenomenology of particle physics. It's maybe time for doing the phenomenology of string theory to somehow get closer. So the aim would be to get out the entire standard model physics. And how far, how slowly, with what speed you make progress remains to be seen. But that is the main goal of string theory, because it has already been quite good, doing very well in terms of cosmology and black hole physics. But what about the standard model? This is more difficult task to get some physics out which could be contrasted with the standard model. But it keeps you curious and think it's not difficult, but it's involved. It's involved. If you have patience, so some brave people can think of working on it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.